Hey everybody, what's going on? So if you guys missed yesterday's video, I just want to let you guys know I have a Facebook page now for my Guns N' Roses channel, so it's another way to get the latest GNR news as well as interact with me and other subscribers on my channel. So I've linked to it down below in the description box. Please go like my Facebook page. I got a bunch of likes yesterday, so it'd be great if I can keep growing it. So let's talk about today's news. So the first thing I want to let you guys know is the two Sydney gigs that Guns played over this past weekend. I had commented previously on that I'd read a few stories about the sound quality not being that good and Axl's microphone and volume being too low, and I had asked some of my subscribers who went to the gigs to comment, and I got a different assortment of comments. Some people said the volume was fine and the band sounded great. Other people said the volume was terrible or could barely be heard. And I think it's probably safe to say that it probably depends on where you were sitting during the gig. Because, I mean, if that many people are saying the audio was an issue, it probably was for some people who went to the gig, and maybe for other people it wasn't. But it was probably just a one-off. Because, I mean, that's the first show I think Guns have played during this whole reunion tour that I've actually heard people complain about the volume for the singer being too low. So let's go on to our next news. So if you guys had watched my video yesterday, I talked about the whole shitstorm that happened with Del James and my podcast on the weekend. And I want to give a shout out to Lori, who's one of my subscribers. She was nice enough to go, tweet to Del James and tell him, like, it wasn't my fault that this guy created this fake account. It was somebody else who had created it. And I had sort of reiterated that to Del, and he actually liked my post as well, or my tweet as well as Lori's tweet. So I think everything's sort of cool now. So hopefully it doesn't get brought up again, or there's no bad blood. So let's go on to our next piece of news. So Guns N' Roses had about 4 hours ago or so, they had left for Sydney Airport for Melbourne, Australia. I believe by tomorrow morning, my time, they should be done their Melbourne gig. And these are some photos of the plane leaving the Sydney airport. And then we've also got some photos of Guns N' Roses posters in Melbourne as well. And then these are some photos of the stadium where Guns N' Roses will be playing their gig in Melbourne. I'll tell you what, this stadium seems like it's way, way bigger than the stadium I'm seeing Guns N' Roses in. And you know what's weird? The stadium that I'm going to see Guns N' Roses in, last I checked, they hadn't even sold out some of their good seats. So I kind of wonder how full the stadium's going to be. Like, I'll be at the gig taking photos and showing you how full the stadium's going to be. But I don't think Guns will sell out my city, just largely because the economy sucks and people can't afford to go pay $200 a ticket or $150 a ticket for the worst seat in the house. And this is the stadium that I'm going to be seeing Guns in. It's a football stadium, and I'm not sure what the capacity is. I think it's probably around 40,000, if that. And it's a really old stadium. I don't imagine the acoustics are going to be very good. And it's honestly a pain in the ass to actually get there too. So I don't know what my arrangement will be to actually get to the gig, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's move on to our next piece of news. So we had the Grammys yesterday. And, it seems like the Grammys get worse year after year. Like, it's almost unwatchable because it's basically just for pop music. They disrespect rock music every year, and this year was another example of it. And Megadeth, however, did win the Best Metal Performance for the Grammys, and Slash actually gave them a congratulations on Twitter. And one thing I had heard, I didn't see the part where Megadeth were given their award, but I heard the actual house band played a Metallica song when Megadeth was going up on stage, which is just so disrespectful, and it just really shows that the Grammys, doesn't really care about rock music. And then Matt Sorum was actually at the Grammys this year. This was the 59th Grammys, and this is a photo that was posted on Instagram. If you remember last year, Matt's band Hollywood Vampires with Alice Cooper and Johnny Depp and Joe Perry of Aerosmith also played the Grammys last year. And then in 2005, Velvet Revolver won a Grammy for Best Hard Rock Performance for their song Slither. And it's kind of hard to believe that Guns N' Roses never won a Grammy Award. They were nominated for one, but as far as I know, they never won one. But yet, a person like Beyonce or, Justin Bieber can win a Grammy. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. And then we've also got some more Kings of Chaos tour dates. So this was announced sometime last week. I guess I must have missed it. But Kings of Chaos will actually be playing a gig at Long Beach Grand Prix. And this gig will be taking place in April of this year. And tickets are available now, so I've linked to the ticket purchasing site if you guys are interested. The only Guns N' Roses member who's going to be playing the Long Beach gig is going to be Matt Sorum, who's been pretty much in every lineup of Kings of Chaos. And he'll be joined by the Cult's Billy Duffy on guitar. He'll also be joined by Robert DeLeo on bass, and vocalist Billy Idol and Chester Bennington, as well as some extra guitar help from ZZ Top's Billy Gibbons. And then our final piece of news, and this is more of an opinion I want to get from you guys. I sort of watched a bit of the Grammys. I just caught a bit of Metallica's performance with Lady Gaga. That was probably my most anticipated performance I was looking forward to. But what did you guys think of the performance? I saw that James's microphone wasn't working, and at the very end of the actual performance, he like kicked the microphone stand down, threw his guitar, and looked pretty pissed off, and he rightfully so. Whoever had that one job of turning his mic on obviously failed at it. So let me know, did you guys like the Metallica performance or did you not? I like their song Hardwired, but I thought it was something really different, at least from what I saw. I thought the performance wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but let me know in the comment section below. And as always, guys, make sure you subscribe for all things Guns N' Roses, and be sure to follow me on Twitter at Guns N' Roses Daily, and like my Facebook page. You can link to them down below in the description box. Take care.